got to do is finish ripping out.
What are you doing? I thought you were ripping out tomorrow.
By the way, everybody, we are renovating Will Mellor's bathroom.
Yeah.
Right then everyone, the day has finally arrived. Easy Bathrooms is here and we have got our big delivery, so it's 8 o'clock in the morning and we've just popped over here just to pick all this up. So we've got all of our adhesives, got all of our tiles ready to go, bath. We are all protected. We've got ourselves a nice little working area out here, and this, you lot, is the bathroom currently. So we're going to start by just getting all of this ripped out. I mean, hopefully this should be a nice, easy rip out. They have just been dabbed on there. We're hoping for us, obviously if it's your own bathroom, you don't want it to be dabbed on, but for us, it's coming in and ripping it out, it's going to make our life a lot easier if there have been. So fingers crossed, wish us all luck. I'm going to try and get as much clips of us actually ripping this out as possible. We have got 3 of us here. We've got Lee Pearson from Easy Bathrooms who's come down to come and get a little bit of content with us. Obviously Lee works within the social media department as well, so Lee's going to be getting some footage and giving us a hand with everything today. But yeah, we're just going to slowly start getting all of the suites out, and then we'll start ripping all the tiles out and see what we've got going on. Maybe start getting some boards down. I don't know, it's Tuesday today, we're here till Friday, so we'll see how we get on. I'll see you in a bit. Yeah. I'll be honest, a lot of the prep in here was like really poor, so the tiles are coming off really easy. Once again, it makes our job a little bit easier. It's not good for the bathroom, but it's good for us because we're managing to just get down to the bottom of everything that we need to do right now. So next job, we've got to get the bath off, we've got to get the radiator off, shower tray up, and we'll start peeling all of the floor up. And we're pretty much back to basics then. We've already started making some decisions on the sort of preparation that we're going to do in here, which I'll fill you guys in on a little bit later. Right then everybody, we have started ripping this bathroom out this morning. We are almost there. All we've got to do is finish ripping out.
What are you doing? I thought you were ripping out tomorrow.
By the way, everybody, we are renovating Will Mellor's bathroom.
No, seriously, I want the toilet. What am I going to do? Use this bucket then.
Guys, we are going to have to get cracking, renovate his bathroom so Will can have his toilet back. I'll see you lot very soon. Hello. Good morning. Right, we are on day 2. I'm not even sure what stage I left it at yesterday. It was a crazy day. Obviously, the first day of any project is always mental. So, we're back here today. Everything has been ripped out. I think when I last spoke to you, I think we had a little bit left of the floor to get out. We ripped all of this wall down as well. And so the plan this morning now, Matt's got all of his stuff out. We're basically going to start doing some first fix adjustments. So we're going to tidy up all of this pipe work here. We're going to change all this into copper now. We're going to set in some of the shower valves as well. So that's all going to be ready. And then what are we doing down here as well, Matt?
We've got to patch it up.
Yeah, we're going to patch all of this up because basically, yeah, the tap's going to be coming out of the bath now rather than out of the wall. So we're going to fill all of this in, and then later on today, because we're going to be jacko boarding all of this and tanking it all out, we're going to jacko board all of this. This wall's going to be jacko boarded. This wall's going to be jacko boarded, and then on this wall, we're going to jacko board most of it, but we're actually just going to leave the internals of the window. So we're going to just like remove all of the paint here. We're actually going to remove and score as much of the paint as possible, but then we're going to be boarding over the top of it anyway. We're going to be gluing and screwing, so mechanically fixing it into the walls, the existing walls.
then because we don't have that much space here up to the window, it'd be silly to board the internals of this window and then put a 10mm tile on and then put like a 5-6mm spread of adhesive once it's been pushed down. We're going to be coming over like this window frame then, so that's no good. Another thing, we're not 100% sure whether we can go ahead with this just yet, but we're hoping we can, fingers crossed. We're actually going to bring the ceiling down, right? And now you lot must be thinking, well, why on earth are you going to do that? It all looks fine, and yeah, it does, but basically me and Matt ran through some of the setting out in here yesterday, and in our minds, before we started this project, we knew we were working with 1200 by 600 tiles. They're going to be landscape, and we were like, fantastic. Ceiling's going to be about 2.4, hopefully a little bit lower, which means we can come a full tile off the floor, full tile finish up to the ceiling. Mwah, beautiful. But no, we've got here, and we started running some measurements yesterday, and actually over here, the highest point of the ceiling from the floor to the wall, it's 2.44. So it means that we're actually 40mm over, which might not sound like a lot, but actually it is. It messes our whole setting up out. So in order for us to get a beautiful, perfect finish, the finish that we envisioned, we're going to bring the ceiling down. What are we going to bring it down, Matt? About 40mm?
50mm. About
50mm. And then, you know, we can come a little bit up off the floor. Once the floor's been boarded and we've got tiles down, it's basically going to be just short of a full tile going up to the ceiling and off the floor. And of course, aesthetically, the more full tile finishes we can have in a bathroom, the better. So it's a little bit extra work, but as I said, in order to get this bathroom looking as good as possible, that is what we're going to do. So let me give you a little high shot of where we're at so far before we get cracking. And guys, today is going to be some plumbing content. Oh, I've got cobweb over my camera. We're going to be doing some plumbing content, some boarding, and then I think we'll be getting tied up with there, and that'll be kind of like a decent checkpoint to leave it out for them. So enjoy, everybody. I hope you're enjoying it so far. If you haven't already, don't forget to like, give us a subscribe, and one thing I would really love is for you to let me and Matt know what you'd like us to cover in the next video. Of course, after today, we're going to be done with the plumbing, we're going to be done with the prep, we're going to be getting into tiling. There's going to be some second fix plumbing going on, of course, once the tiling's done, then siliconing, all of that good stuff. We will be hopefully having a plasterer come towards the end of the week to finish the ceiling for us. So I would like to know what you want us to cover. If there's anything you need to know, if you've got any questions about the project, about us, just drop it down in the comments below and we'll get back to you. Guys, enjoy. I'll see you very soon. Bye-bye. Love you. Right, I knew that. So Matt, he's set up his laser. So he's just talking me through this. And he's using a laser because you can't always actually rely on the shower valves being like totally symmetrical. As you can see that he's put his marks here, so that he knows that he can get the actual centre of the whole unit right, rather than like levelling out each side. So just a little tip there off Matt. Whew, right then everyone, so paint was on this wall originally, and there are products that you can use to basically prime and prepare the surface ready to tile, such as grip primers, which we do have. But for the sake of just peeling this paint down now, we probably will still use a grip primer over the top of this, or maybe just a normal primer just for the plaster. But for the sake of removing this paint now, when we put the boards on, we know that it's going to be bonding straight to the plaster rather than bonding to this like a really thin layer of paint. So this isn't taking very long. As you can see, I've already removed all of the paint over here. We've got this last little bit to do, and then there's literally there's not much, to be honest, a little bit around the insides of the windows and above them and there, and then it's all done. Matt is actually just been doing some of this first fix over here. So
We've got the shower valve in. He's done some alterations as well to the pipework, so we've come down off some of this plastic pipe. We did want to try and not remove it all, but we equally didn't want to start messing around with it all too much. So we've came off that into some copper pipe, and then all of this pipework's coming down here. Then I think we're going to make some small adjustments around there. Quite a bit has happened. So I think last time I spoke to you guys, I was sorting that wall out. You can see we've stripped like 99% of the paint off there, so that is awesome. Matt's been fiddling around with that, getting the concealed cistern and frame in place, ready for the wall hung toilet. So that's all sorted. I boarded that, which I'll do a bit of recording if we're doing some boarding and have a little run through that with you, so we can go over that. Hello everybody. Bloody hell, it has been a big day. I think, how many bags I've got under my eyes? Oh. So we primed this wall. This has all been tile backer boarded, so me and Matt done all of this. We built this out as well, so that it's going to basically finish a full tile on the edge of there. We've also peeled all the paint off there. Matt's currently priming it. So then what's going to happen, we've got loads of stuff going on, guys. We've got to lower the ceiling so that we can get full tile finishes to the ceiling and to the floor. And this might just sound ridiculous, but we want this bathroom to be absolutely outstanding. We want it to be immaculate. So we're getting the ceiling lowered. We've got a plasterer coming to plaster it on Friday, last minute. We're going to batten this wall out to gain the 60mm that we need in order to have full tile finishes up to the window wall. We're also going to dab boards onto that wall as well. So it's going to be like Jacko boarded out to the eyeballs. And then once we've tiled the walls next week, we're going to be boarding the floor, and we've also got an underfloor heating system going down. So it really is all going on here, guys. Me and Matt are going to get wrapped up now. We're just going to do this little bit of priming. We've had a clean down, and we're going to go and chill out for the evening, and we'll be back tomorrow for a big day. Electrician's here, installing some spots tomorrow, running some cables for some like LED lighting that's going to be going on around the bathroom, which I can just fill you lot in more and more further down the line about that. So that all becomes a little bit more clear. So I hope you guys are all okay, and I'll catch up with you tomorrow. We're a bit more awake. See you in a bit. Right then, you lot. It's Thursday. So happy Halloween. We're back on this job now, so we've been here since Monday. We started Tuesday. Wednesday was yesterday. Thursday today, third day on the project. So today's just continuing prep work. We've got a Sparky coming over to run some electrics for some different aspects of the bathroom. We've also got a delivery just turning up now by Easy Bathrooms, so we're getting some more bits dropped off. So actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this delivery in quickly, and then I'm going to go upstairs and I'm going to run you lot through what we're going to be getting up to. All right, so yeah, let's get it, everyone. Yo, what's going on, everyone? I hope you're all good. So the timeline of these videos are all just a little bit mad, because we done our reveal yesterday on social media, and so yes, it's Will Mellor's bathroom, and I'm sure at the very start of this video you'd have seen a little bit of a clip as well. So yeah, we are at Will Mellor's bathroom, and we're obviously trying to make this an absolute showstopper. So I just wanted to run through in some detail exactly what we're doing here and why we're doing it, because we are going to town and we're going to some serious lengths to get this bathroom as perfect as possible. So I'm going to start off with this section here. So you might remember that before this stopped about there. Now what we've done is we've extended this boxing out so that it finishes a full tile up to the edge here, and we're going to be having a dark tile within the shower enclosure. Now once we come outside of the shower enclosure, in fact the tile's going to slightly overhang to the edge of this boxing by about 300mm, so it's a nice cut. And then as soon as we come to the outside, we're going to have a full tile over here.
Now the problem is that full tile finishes about there, right? And you can see that just above those boards, we've got about 40 or 50 mil, where if we were to come the full tile off the floor, we'd get left with a tiny little cut like this, which obviously we can't have. Matt has just got back. One sec, guys, I just need to let him in. There we go. So basically, because of that, we're gonna bring the whole ceiling down by about 40 or 50 mil. I know, right? But what that's gonna achieve is mean that we're gonna have a full tile finish to the floor and a full tile finish to the ceiling. Okay, so stay with me. So now, we're gonna have a full tile finish to the ceiling, full tile finish to the floor. We're gonna have a full tile finish here, and we're gonna have a full tile finish here, which means when we flip it over to the other side of the room, we're gonna have a joint running down the center of the room. We're gonna have a full tile finish to that wall, full tile finish to that wall, full tile finish to the ceiling, full tile finish to the floor. Now, if you are in the tile industry, or you are, you know, you've got your designer head on you, you're gonna appreciate that is the best possible finish that we can get. Okay. Now, in order for us to get the full tile finish on this side over here, okay, we're also battening this wall out by 60 mil, which we're going to just be fitting our Jacko boards to. We are waiting for an electrician to come over today, because we're going to have 3 extra spotlights put in. Will wants to change the extractor fan, and then we're having some different types of mood lighting going on. So we're going to have some lighting underneath our toilet down there. There's going to be some lighting coming up from either side of the bath, which I think it's just going to run all the way along the length of the bath, and the light's kind of just going to shine up behind the bath. And then over here, where the basin is, we're going to have some light underneath there, shining down like kind of onto the floor from underneath the basin. There's going to be like an LED mirror there. There is already, you know, some electrics there for that. So we're just going to lose one of them and then just keep one of them. We're going to have underfloor heating down on the floor. Have I shown you guys the tiles? I don't know, maybe I'll have to show you guys the tiles a little bit later. Or maybe I'm just going to get you to wait until we start tiling and then you can see them. But yeah, so hopefully you guys can appreciate the lengths that we're going to just get this bathroom looking pristine, faultless. Whew. Right then, everyone. So, pretty much everything's back. We've got a couple of noggins left to put up to the ceiling here. Whilst I've been downstairs cutting the noggins, Super Matt's already started getting some of the tile backer boards onto the wall. So, these are getting staggered as well now. They'll be coming onto like this bigger part of the wall, obviously. It doesn't make sense to stagger them in an area like this when actually we could just have less seams going on. Now onto a window wall. Yes, you can like sort of see how all of this is going. Then that then's going to be, we've basically left that just thick enough to have a board go on top of there. So then the sill will just be running nice and flush. We've done exactly the same to the sides of the window. So like Matt mentioned earlier, this is like picture framing around the window, leaving just enough space for the boards. So can you see what I'm saying now? So that's then, it's just nice and flush look. So when we tile in, we don't have to mess around. We've got a nice flat surface. Whew. Quick update, people. We are go. So, but I just wanted to just update you guys. It's really easy to just get carried away, and all of a sudden you just don't really have much of an update. Matt is busy battening the ceilings so that we can drop it down. We went and picked up all the materials earlier, so we've got all the plasterboard ready. You can see that Matt's got his laser up, the Hoopar laser, so that he can get all of his fixings bang on. I am fitting these Jacko boards onto the wall. So that's what I'm doing currently now. We're getting this wall nice and level because the wall is actually tilting like back this way. So we're getting this nice and level, otherwise it means that because we're actually going landscape, you're going to be able to see the distance of that tilting backwards if we weren't to have it level. So once again, we're just trying to get this as good as possible. We're going to board the ceiling and then it's going to be ready for plaster tomorrow. So yeah, so that'll be us wrapped up then. We'll probably just come back tomorrow, load all of our tiles out, get everything ready for Monday. I think we've got one of the lads coming down to help us on Monday as well with the tiling. So it's going to be a big day on the Monday. But yeah, I'll check in with you guys towards the end of today. I'll see you in a bit. Hello everybody. Right then, it's very dark in here, so you're not really going to be able to see anything. It's like just after 5:30, so another big shift, another 10 hours. We did have a light on in here, but it's been turned off. So just wanted to just quickly, it's a little test actually to see how good this camera is in the dark. But we're all boarded. Ceiling's boarded. It's been like a really productive day, to be honest. So I'll show you guys more in the morning, but I just wanted to show off that we're still here in the pitch black. But anyway, we've had a big clean down. We've got all of our tools out ready to go home tomorrow. So I'm going to try and get this video edited over the weekend whilst I'm home. I'll see. I would like to get it up for the Sunday, but we'll see. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll check in with you lot in the morning. Tomorrow is day 4, but as I say, we're not really going to be doing much. We're just going to load ourselves out ready for Monday for tiling. And yeah, so I'll see you later. Bye bye. Right everyone, good morning. We are on day 4 now on the Will Mellor project. We have got John from Master Plasterers. So we've got the whole Sutton Coldfield gang down here today. John's going to be plastering the ceiling for us. I did mention in one of the previous clips that we had to lower the ceiling in order to get the best possible finishes. And then John, very last minute, has come down and he's going to get this all plastered for us today. And then I think the plan for me and Matt, we're going to get some things loaded out. We're going to get organised, especially ready for next week, because we've got another lad coming down to help us tile. And then I think we're going to try and fit the shower tray as well, aren't we, Matt? Because there's no point us trying to fit a shower tray on Monday when we're trying to like basically blast this bathroom out with 3 of us. So we're going to just try and get ourselves set up so nothing's holding us back next week. But yeah, it's going to be a little bit of plastering content today. Unexpected, but it's going to be awesome. Good plasterer. I'll see you in a bit. Right then everyone. John is already off. Look at that. And actually, I just said to John, I said, what is your 3 best plastering tips? And so his 3 best plastering tips is that speed comes later, lay on neat. Okay, so what he said is, he said everybody's got their own technique when it comes down to plastering. He said, but the neater on you can lay it, the easier it makes your job later on down the process of basically rectifying anything that wasn't neat in the first place, and keeping your tools clean. He says, you know, if you're turning up to a job and you're turning up and your tools are all caked in plaster and you're caked in plaster and it already looks like you've been to work, then it's not great first impressions. Actually, I think that's really relatable in most trades. Don't know what you guys think, but I'm just going to let you guys watch John for a couple of minutes. But looking at this now, I mean, it already is looking like super nice. I've never really watched much plastering, so I was just like, John, can I come and watch it? Do a bit of recording of him.
No pressure.
How long have you been doing this for, John?
15 years.
15 years.
I'm an old man now.
So do you lay this on now, and then what do you go over it? Do you do what do you do after you
I'll go on, I'll lay on,
yeah,
then I'll flatten it. I'll flatten it with my speed skim.
Is that what the ox tool is over there? Yeah.
Yeah. So you can do it by hand, but they save so much time. I haven't got to get up and down on the hop ups. I can just use my pole with the strap.
Wow.
I can just walk, and it's so much easier. Saves you so much time.
Guys, we'll try and get a little bit of recording of John using that later, but basically what that is, that is this. I've actually seen people using this before as well, and what John's saying, it says you can hook it up onto this. So rather than getting up and down off the hop up, you can just hook it up onto there and run over the ceiling to flatten everything out afterwards. Oh, smashing it. It's all coming together, people. So, me and Matt, we've just been having a little look at the shower tray to see where the waste pipe's needing to go on there. We have also got a whole pallet of tiles which we're considering getting a good bunch of that loaded up so that we're ready for next week. But yeah, as I said earlier, everyone, it's all about just getting prepped today so that we can be as efficient as possible next week.
So with a trowel, I wouldn't be able to get that full stretch with the full trowel. So with that, I can walk and get the full stretch, and it stops me. If I stop, I leave a line.
Yeah.
So if I can get the full stretch, I don't leave any.
Yeah.
It gets rid of it.
That makes sense. Right then, you lot, we are all done for this week. We've just tanked out the shower enclosure with the bow, waterproof 1C. It's our new favourite tanking system. So that combined with the Jacko boards means that area is totally waterproof. We'll go over all the washers, all of the joints, internal corner, anywhere up to 3mm. There's a couple of little gaps, so we're just going to run a bead of silicone down there anyway before we start tiling next week. Shower trays installed as well, so we've glued and screwed Jacko board down, and then also glued down the shower tray with adhesive, packed it up all nice and level. Yeah, so that is us. Wow, what a week, what a week. So when we come back next week, hopefully we'll be here with another lad as well on Monday, start tiling. We'll try and get all of the walls tiled in here on Monday, so it's going to be a pretty crazy day. Hope you've all enjoyed this episode, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe it, share it with somebody you think will enjoy it. Also, let us know what you would like to learn or know in the next episode. I'll see you very soon. Thank you so much. Love ya. Bye-bye.